And basically, my name is Amit Khanna, and I'm trying to start my own channel. It is called as Amit Khanna, of course, and the idea about is one of the playlist or one of the topics is stories that impact. So, we all are loaded with stories. Stories actually move us. Let me give you a classic example. Let's say you are actually presenting your office something like and I'm going to take an example of India right now, just an example that statistically we have seen in 2018 due to dengue, malaria, this was the percentage of death. In 2019 this was the percentage of death. In 2020 so far this is the percentage of death. If you see, there's a steady slight increase between 2018 and 2019 with 2%. However, there are measures that we can take and reduce this down. Now, it's quite interesting. You put a lot of graphics, there's nice color, fancy ones, and you try to share that. But the point is, it's still very boring, and it's just the decisions aren't made in that way. You're gonna get some sort of funding. You might get some people to buy in, but it still didn't touch the places where it should. So let me put it in another way. A couple of days back, I actually met a person called as Ramu who stays in Dharavi. So I went and he was asking for some help. So I actually personally went to his place. And when I entered, it was a very small, narrow lane. It was so small. And then there was dirt and dust and, dung everywhere. And somehow I managed to reach his house. I don't know if we can even call it as a house. It was just like a one room. It was almost the size of my kitchen. And there were like four people staying in that one small room. And I saw that it wasn't good enough because, they had cramped their television inside. It was quite surprising. And then I soon see that there's a lot of flies, and the water is open and sewage water is flowing across their houses. So that is the current state. And now, considering that, now let's look at the statistics of how dengue, malaria is going on. So now when you relate a story and then you come up with the statistics, it creates certain impact, because now we are not just looking at this statistics. We are actually thinking about Ramu. We're thinking about the 3 and 4 people at his place, and many, many more Ramus in this whole city. So that's the impact of the story. And so my channel basically is to promote the stories. Everyone has stories. Everyone, when you start sharing the stories, it can impact many people. I'm filled up with stories myself. So that's the whole idea. It will also focus on how we are going to work around the stories, how we can use other things like mind mapping, design thinking concepts in telling the stories, and how we can use public speaking and other action items. So stay tuned for my videos. You're going to have a lot of guests coming across, and they're going to come from different parts of the world. And stay tuned for my show. Cheers. Bye.